Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and today we have a lot of news. So it came out that the Washington football team will announce its new name on February 2nd, 2022. It also came out that the Washington football team's new name will not be RedWolves or Wolves. So we're going to get into everything, including uniform leaks, alternate jerseys, a lot of things to cover in this video. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content, hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. I'm trying to get to 6,500 subscribers, so please help me get there. Now let's get right into the video. They finally told us when the new name will be released. New name, new jersey, new logo, and new uniform. So should be fun. It will be announced on February 2nd, 2022. So less than a month away. There is going to be so much speculation in the next month, so many rumors, and what I would say is just don't believe everything you see on Twitter. I mean, the last month, even last year, since they announced that they're gonna have a new name, there's been so much speculation. Oh, my friend who knows this guy knows this, and a lot of it is not true. So don't believe everything you hear on Twitter unless it's from reliable reporters, John Kine, Ben Standig, guys like that. It's usually gonna be true. But one name that it will not be is Washington RedWolves. Actually, two names: Washington RedWolves or Washington Wolves. Jason Wright, announced in the video, and also I think on his president's brief, that it will not be the new name, and it's because of trademark issues. It got into it was one of the finalists, but because of trademark issues, neither Red Wolves or Wolves will be the new name. And Jason Wright said that Red Wolves was one of the finalists, but they're not going to work because of trademarks held by other teams. You have the Arkansas Red Wolves, I think, and I know obviously the Minnesota Timberwolves, and a few people on Twitter, I think Rick Snyder said that's the reason the Minnesota Timberwolves didn't want another major team to have Wolves in their name. I guess that's the case. And this is the quote from Jason Wright. He says, "We didn't want to go down a route that could be dotted with legal hurdles." Wright said in the president's brief, "The prospect of years of litigation wasn't something we wanted our fans to have to bear as you begin to embrace a new brand." So I understand that, but I think a lot of people liked Washington Red Wolves or Wolves. I personally thought Washington Red Wolves was a little forced. I still liked it, but I liked Washington Wolves a little bit better. So unfortunate that they're not able to use those names, and it's going to be something different. I honestly think it's going to be something totally random that we really haven't heard about. I'll show you guys. There's a few new uniform videos, so I'll show you guys right here. There's other videos on their YouTube and on their Twitter that I encourage you guys to go see, but I'll show you guys this one right here.
Oh, now this looking good. It's a clean uniform. I'm a guy, I believe in clean uniform. You just got the number and the uniform stripes around the shoulders, and that's it. That's going to be a good looking uniform.
They're really clean, really crisp, they look cool. So I think the fans are really going to be excited about how the new uniforms look.
So those are the uniforms. We didn't get to see obviously the full ones. Those will be released on February 2nd, and I think there's going to be multiple ones, maybe an alternate uniform. I really hope they release one that's kind of like a color rush, because we haven't used our color rush in a while. So from what I saw there, I thought it was okay. I'm going to mute this right here, but I'm going to play it again. I think it looks clean. I like the burgundy color. It looks nice right there. You got the 3 stars, I think, on the collar, and those are for the DC flag. You got the number right there. I like how it looks. There's gonna stripes on the shoulders. I'm okay with that. Again, it's hard to judge anything besides really the color without seeing it in the full thing, the finished product. It's hard again to judge. All I'm gonna look at is really the colors, and I kind of do like the stars. Here you see a white uniform, and I don't know what this is. I think that's the Nike swoosh. I'm gonna go back there. I think that looks like the Nike swoosh. Just going to make sure. It kind of does. They're kind of zooming in right there. But yeah, those are the uniform sneak peeks. There's some other things here as well, kind of going through helmet by helmet. This is from the 7-minute video from Making the Brand. Make sure you guys go check that out, because that's goes much more in depth in the whole process. So the NFL is going to let teams have multiple helmets again in 2022, and Washington showed a few out. Here's one of them that was in the video. I think that's all right. This looks clean. I don't know about the stripes in the middle. I don't really like that white thing right there. I like the gold though. And then here's a black uniform, or black helmet. So again, they can use more than one helmet this year, so they might use these new helmets with alternate jerseys, maybe an all black or all white uniform. They've hinted at that in the past. Ron Rivera loves black. A lot of times he wears like all black. So this could be something inspired by Ron Rivera. A lot of fans were asking for, black helmets, black uniforms, something different that we haven't had before. And obviously these black or whatever white that it'll be, they won't be uniforms that we'll use a ton. It'll be like special occasions, maybe once or twice a year, but that's really it. So that's something to keep in mind. Here is the jersey again, a little closer look. It's paused right there, or just a picture. So I think the uniform itself looks fine, and in a bit we'll get into something, some hints that have been thrown out there, some speculation from fans, and what I think it will be. So here's some more detail. I kind of like these 3 stars right here, representing the 3 stars from the DC flag. I like that. I think that's cool, and it doesn't, it's not super flashy, which I also like as well. So here's everything that they teased in the videos, if you guys want to see it all in one tweet right there. So I think it looks good, mostly looks good, but again, I need to see it all together for me to really judge it, and I think you guys should too. But the color looks clean. I think that is important right there. So a couple people have been throwing some speculation out there. So this person right here says, based solely upon what we've seen from the uniform, I think Washington's new name will be the Red Tails. Notice the use of stars and stripes and what's depicted on the Tuskegee Airmen's plane. So I would be okay with Red Tails at this point. I mean, there's a few names I really don't like, but I want to know the new name, and good thing we'll know in less than a month. But Red Tails would be okay for me. Not my favorite, but definitely not my least favorite one at all. It would be interesting, but I do think the 3 stars are because the DC flag, but it could, if it was Red Tails, it could also tie in to that as well. And there's some rumors, JP Finley says, so if you go to WashingtonAdmirals.com, it goes right to WashingtonFootball.com. But a lot of people are saying that you could basically, a lot of people can do a redirect URL. There's a lot of other names that fans have thrown out there that if you type in the same thing, it'll go to WashingtonFootball.com. So I don't think there's anything, any merit to this rumor right here. It could be Admirals, but not because of this right here. I mean, I would assume that they would not let that leak out that easily, where you just type in the URL and it'll go there. So we'll see. I honestly hope that it's something totally random we haven't thought about, and something that most fans will like. Something like, I remember when the Seattle name came out, Seattle Kraken. Obviously the NHL isn't as big as the NFL, so there wasn't as much hype going into the name change. So there wasn't that many name ideas out there from a bunch of different fans like there is for Washington football, or for our name. But I didn't really hear Seattle Kraken when they were coming up with the name, and honestly I think that's unique, and I think they did the process really well. Their logo looks nice, their colors look nice, and I hope it's something random that we haven't thought about that somewhat ties to DC that we can all rally behind. So hopefully it is something like that. I'll have a couple more videos in the next weeks or so, talking about this name change process. Anything that comes out, I'll give you guys my opinion on, and yeah, it should be fun. I'm a little disappointed that we won't have to, we won't have Washington Wolves. I know some people didn't like it at all, but I did like Washington Wolves. But again, it's not going to happen. And then again, here's a final look at the, things that were displayed in the video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. And peace, guys.